What's up, everybody? This is a Force of Nature Spiritual Awakening, and today we will be discussing Moon opposition to Pluto and the Synastry Chart. This was a request from somebody, and I am honoring this request today. So, first, we're going to break down what the Moon is all about. Okay, so now the Moon has to do with your emotions, your instincts, and the way that you feel on the most deepest level. So a lot of times people are not going to know your moon sign from just meeting you. It's going to have to be somebody that does know you on a level, okay? You're going to have a bond with them, okay? It ain't just going to be walking up to you and now they know that you feel. No, that doesn't happen with the moon, okay? The moon has to do with your insides. It has to do with your instincts. It also has to do with your mind, the way that you think. The moon does also represent your mom, the way that she treated you, the way that she nurtured you, the way that she cared for you, and the way that you perceived her to have done these things for you. So now Pluto is about death, rebirth, transformation. It has to do with chaos. It has to do with crisis situation, joint finances, taxes, loans. Pluto also has to do with sex and sexuality. It has to do with taboo and taboo topics, things that people don't want to discuss or talk about. Hidden knowledge, hidden information, the occult, astrology, alchemy. All of these things are seen with Pluto, and Pluto can be very extremely destructive. But we do know it's about transformation, okay? So it could transform something into something different, something completely different. Now, anytime you see an opposition in between two planets, that is going to mean that these two planets are in opposite signs of one another. So they are seeing things from an opposite standpoint. And if you see a square in between two planets, that means that these planets are in signs that are not getting along very well, not meshing very well, and they are having a difficult time seeing things on a certain level. If you see the conjunction, it means these planets are in signs that are exactly the same. It's going to hold the same energy with inside those planets, but it can be chaotic at times, and sometimes it can be smooth. It all depends. And if you see a sextile or a trine in between these two planets, that is going to mean that these planets are in signs that mesh very well. Okay, it's going to hold the same things, but when issues and problems arise, you know how to deal with them. It's not going to be difficult. So the conjunction, the opposition, and the squares are similar in nature. Okay, don't get it twisted and don't get it fucked up. It is similar in nature because the themes are always going to remain the same. And the difficulties are going to be its difficulties, whether it's a conjunction or opposition or a square. So we're going to get into this today. Moon opposite Pluto. When you see this in a synastry chart, the synastry chart is about a compatibility chart between two individuals that are dealing with each other on an intimate level, okay, in a relationship. So let's get into this. Moon opposite Pluto, men and women in a relationship, or men and men in a relationship, or women and women in a relationship. This is what's going to go on and take place. So this relationship is going to be magical, magnetic, sexual, and emotional attraction to each other. You men and women are going to be drawn to each other in this kind of way. It's going to be magical, magnetic. A lot of times it's going to be hard for you not to want to not be around this person. The sex is going to be enriched. It's going to be full of life. You're going to feel very liberated. You're going to feel free in this person's arms, in this person's world, in their presence. And it does have an emotional attraction that is out of this world. This is a powerful aspect to have. Okay, there is some struggles that are going on in here. It's very intense. I don't want you to think that this is not going to be intense, because it will be intense in here. So now your partner tends to bring out subconscious emotional responses from you. The Pluto person can see into your soul and knows how to bring out your most intense secrets and emotions. So, what's going on here is that the Pluto person knows how to see completely through the moon person's soul to the level that they can just draw out these intense reactions, secrets. Things can just be blurted out. The things that you feel sometimes with the moon that you cannot express, that you don't want to express, this Pluto person will draw out those energies where the moon person doesn't even have a choice in the matter but to blurt shit out, but to say absolutely how they feel and what is on their fucking heart and soul. This is what's going on with this placement. Now, the moon person will feel exposed and vulnerable in the presence of the Pluto person. Together, you explore each other's emotional depths. Because of this emotional connection, the moon person is likely to feel obsessed with the Pluto person. This is what happens. So, whoever is the moon person, they are going to begin to see and feel like they are being completely obsessed with the Pluto's person. Okay, a lot of times the Pluto person is very magnetic and alluring. Okay, very attractive. And it's something about the Pluto person that has some kind of grace to them, some kind of tone to them, whether it's a woman or a man, because it don't damn matter. They hold something inside of them that is almost hypnotizing, to the point that the moon person can't seem to get this person out their damn head. No matter what goes on and takes place, it's difficult. The moon person easily becomes addicted to the emotional intensity of the relationship and what the relationship has to offer on an emotional level. The moon person will be eager to please the Pluto person. Okay, so that means that the moon person will feel the need and desire to show up in that kind of way, to be open, willing, and able, capable to do things that Pluto wants them to do. The Pluto person. Pluto person usually has the upper hand in this particular relationship. And this really goes for a lot of the other relationships, but sometimes it doesn't work out that way. Okay, sometimes it does not work out that way with Pluto. But in this particular aspect, in the Synastry chart, which is moon opposition to Pluto, the Pluto person usually has the upper hand in this relationship. And it is what it is. The moon person can begin to feel controlled or manipulated by the Pluto person. So now, the Pluto person in this relationship is going to be the type of person that knows a lot of shit, been around the block, okay, very experienced, knows a lot of different things, very creative, okay, has the power in their voice, the power inside of them to begin to even actually start controlling the moon person, manipulating the moon person to the extent where the moon person starts feeling these things start happening to them. But as we said, the moon person will be absolutely addicted to the Pluto person. So it's going to be hard to let go of this situation, let go of this person, move away from the situation, detach from the person, because your emotion is so linked to this person to the point where you feel like you can't let go. Okay? The fear of losing one another is extremely strong with this placement. So the moon person and the Pluto person does not want to lose this bond. They do not want to lose this connection. They don't want to lose the passion that they have in this relationship, because this relationship is going to be extremely passionate. It's going to be full of intensity and wild, crazy sex. Okay, love making sex, baby making sex. This is what's going on with this placement. In order to keep each other focused on the relationship, power struggles and manipulative tactics often will surface in this relationship. The Pluto person will desire complete control and domination over the moon person's emotions. Okay, this is real if you got this with somebody. Any indications that the moon person is losing interest or distancing themselves, detaching themselves, trying to leave the relationship, trying to move away from the relationship, this can lead the Pluto to manipulative or controlling tactics. Okay, this is when the Pluto person will resort to doing all these fucking things, okay, in order to keep the moon person in their life, in their area, okay, in their comfort zone. The Pluto person will begin to play mind games with the moon person, and this is what happens over time. Over time, the Pluto person feels a need to want to get in the moon person's mind on a psychological level in a subtle kind of way that the moon person over time starts seeing that this is what's going on and taking place, but it still makes it hard and difficult for the moon person to leave the relationship because of the emotional bond that has now been made. Yep. hmm Damn sure is what's going on here. So, the Pluto person will begin to play mind games with the moon's person, which can lead to strong emotional arguments and heated battles, confrontation, conflicts, fights and brawls can go on and take place in this relationship because what's going on here, people are feeling like they're being driven to act out these acts. Okay, you feel like you are being tested by your partner on so many different fucking levels that this is where you have these arguments, fights. People could be getting slapped up, fucked up, stomped out. Police can be called. Okay, somebody may go to jail. Somebody might be in the hospital dealing with this because you're dealing with somebody's emotions. Okay, and neither one of them want to be out of each other's life. Okay, so the Pluto person draws out this intensity, draws out the intensity. But you know, sometimes when things are intense like that, it's hard to let things go as far as what went on, took place, how things were, how they used to be, and all of that shit like that because you're dealing with the emotions. The Pluto person easily hurts or offends the moon person. Very often and very easily, the moon person can feel hurt on many different levels. The moon person seems to be hypnotized by Pluto person, and the way Pluto is able to bring out such strong emotions out of them. The Pluto person may consciously or unconsciously desire to hurt the moon person and can get a feeling of satisfaction when they see how much it affected the moon person. This is an intense placement. Okay, you just need to be aware and alert that with this placement, these men and women have created a magical, magnetic, sexual, emotional bond. Okay, the attraction is strong. The love that they have for one another is intensely strong. Sex, intensely strong. Okay, they will be drawn to each other like magnets. They will be drawn to each other, love to look at each other, and be spending time with each other. But when problems arise, okay, the threat of losing the partner can be so overwhelming to the point that they can find themselves going back and forth, throwing things around the room, rearranging furniture, breaking shit up, breaking they asses up. Okay, can go on to take place in this placement. So please, if you have this, you need to just not resort to trying to manipulate the moon person. Okay, if they feel like they're going to walk away from the relationship and they want to be free, if you love that person, ultimately, unconditionally, let them go and seek out what it is that they need to go seek out. Because if it's meant to be, they will be back. They will be back. Period. Okay. Um, yes, very intense placement. I'm gonna leave this on this note for now. In future videos to come, I will be going more into depth into the moon opposite Pluto relationship and synastry. Please be sure to check out my online store. It is Grammy Gear at www.grammygear.com. If you need a caterer, be sure to hit me up. I am the Chef Goddess also. You can hit me up at Supreme Royale Catering at gmail.com. If you need my husband to do any work to your home, swimming pool, or business, you can hit him up at ronnesbit90 at gmail.com. And if anybody needs a Synastry Chart, which is a compatibility chart between two individuals, that will be $90 for 2 hours. If you need a birth chart so you can fully understand and grasp, that is $70 for 2 hours. If you need a tarot card reading, it's $30. If you need to reschedule an appointment that has already been placed and you have went past your 30-minute grace period, that is $35 for a new day. So this has been a Force of Nature Spiritual Awakening. Love is love. Peace and blessings to you all. And I will see you on the next one.